Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing at this time with Cody Rhodes, the son of the late and great Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Cody, thank you so much for joining us here today.
No, thank you.
Now, Jim Ross wrote a great article, a great piece about you. He said that you felt a disconnect with the Stardust gimmick, and that's why you wanted to go back to Cody Rhodes. You were in the building, the old where.
Oh, in Greensboro.
Yeah. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I think the disconnect was in like once my dad passed away. The disconnect was like in the audience performer, like the most important connection you need to make. Whereas most people, it would have been great if they were booing Stardust or in on it, but most people almost just felt bad. Like here's this situation that we've all been made well aware of. Wrestling fans grieved just like my actual family did. So then here's his son who just kind of dressed up in an awkward fashion, and it's just like one of those like sad clown. I don't know, it's a good way to put it, but I think that was the disconnect. And whenever you feel any lack of connection with the audience, it's a huge bummer. You want to nip it in the bud right away and move forward. And the problem was it was not happening right away, so we had to move things forward on our own. Yeah.
Any great road stories you could share from WWE during your time?
God, I mean, I have a lot of really great
one that sticks
stories. So many of them are inappropriate. I just did a thing in the UK called Inside the Ropes where I was telling these stories. I was like, I hope nobody reveals these stories. I always tell this one. I was so excited about working Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They're the best, and DX is doing their reunion tour in the UK, and me and Teddy, where it's the main event. And it was just a big, prominent moment. I remember Hunter told me, hey, we have this banner that hangs down over the regular pipe and drape. Come out and rip it down, and you'll, disrespect DX. People will boo it. Oh, it sounds great. I didn't know it was a rib. I came out, I grabbed the banner, pulled it out. There was the only thing that was holding it up was a 2x4, and it wasn't reinforced. Hit me in the back of the head, and then I'm covered in this green like speckle paint. I get in the ring, and Hunter and Shawn just laughed at me the whole match. So that was I always thought like, oh, that was an accident. And then I realized no, it was a very intentional rib that I fell for. But that's the road,
What is the one thing that sticks out that you learned from your father, the great Dusty Rhodes? What is the one thing he taught you the most about the business?
Well, I think he had a really good rap on family and road and travel and how to be a family man. There's very few who can do the family man and do the business man and the performer man, and he was able to, the common man, hell, he was able to do it all. So I think his comfort level, which he approached wrestling with, which he approached creating with, which he approached everything with, is like the model for any wrestler. But essentially, like, this is a stressful enough job. If you're not having fun with it, then it's gonna eat away at you. And like that's something like, especially lately now that he's passed, it's like everything from this morning to doing a seminar this afternoon to her show this evening, everything should be fun. It's okay to work hard and rack your brain a little bit, but everything should be fun.
Folks, you could catch Cody at TNA and Ring of Honor. Cody, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you.
Put me on the spot with the story. I was trying to expedite a story. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, man.